Greetings, everybody, and welcome to another episode of SeptumSin versus the world. I'm SeptumSin, and we are here with our pickup extravaganza, where I'm going to go on for the next 2 hours, and it's going to be pickups and pickups and pickups until 8 o'clock. Then I have to shut down. So we got a lot to do, a lot to cover. As always, for any of you watching, of course, if you're watching while I'm live and you are a Facebook friend, message me. If you want to come on, you're welcome on. I'll send you the link. The invitation is open to anybody. I expect a few people to come on. I don't know when, but it's going to be fun. So let's start off with, well, some video game pickups, and then we'll dive into my theme. I like to get the video game pickups done first because the video game pickups are, well, a necessity to get out of the way, because I just don't like having them just sit in that shelf hidden. And when I say I've got a lot of pickups left, even after tonight, I mean there are a lot of them. So, of course, we may see some of my kitty cats tonight. Probably my kittens the most, but you'll see a lot of them. Like, this is Olivia. If you've seen her before, say hi, Olivia. Then Ozzy is behind me here. I'm sure he'll make an appearance, his strange orange self. But we're going to have 3 video game pickups to talk about. So the first one here is Metal Gear Solid Delta. So this is a fresh one. It just came in because it was only $30. There's very unlikely going to be any DLC. Unfortunately, because it's Xbox, it's very unlikely that it has everything on here. But $30 is very cheap for the game. They took one of the best Metal Gear games, arguably, and then did a full-on glow up to it. But from what I've heard, the controls aren't that different. All the voice acting is similar, but it looks spectacular. So I am looking forward to checking this out. I like to play this again. I'd love for it to just, I'd love for them to do like a full-on in MGS5 system glow up to where it looks graphically amazing. It's just amazing on all counts. To the point where we start here, which starts Big Boss's story, go through, redo 5 so that it makes sense and is an excellent connection, and then go into a full remake of the original Metal Gears, going all the way and ending at Metal Gear Solid 4. I would love to see that. I doubt it'll ever happen, but hey, you never know. You never know. But that I'm excited to check out. $30 it was there. Now, an older one, which I forgot when my last Ultra video game pickup, was the original Watch Dogs. I have the second one and I have the third one on physical. Might as well have the first one as well. I mean, I got this for like $5 pre-owned. And Watch Dogs is sort of Ubisoft's Grand Theft Auto series. Use like hacking abilities, the way that they hack in the movies, so you can do different things. And this one was disappointing because they showed something really fancy at first and then ended up showing that the limitations of the Xbox at the time, at 360, I believe, at the time, or PlayStation 3 at the time. Or was it 4? I think it was 4. It was 4. PS4. It was PS4 exclusive. So I am curious. I do want to go ahead and dive into the series. What I played of 2 was really good, so you never know. My wife may be coming in the back, so I might be pausing a bit to say hello to her on the stream. That's one of the things about live streams, is that, you see and you go, is this what I think it's going to be? Hello yourself, sir. Well, I hope you come back and get to see the glory of the pickup stream. I got my Santa hat on. This is definitely that time of year. So the final video game pickup of the night is Shantae Advance Risky Revolution. Now, this is an interesting story. For those of you who know, the Shantae games are kind of these risque platformers. Starting on, I think, the Game Boy Color, and then have moved up over the years. And limited run's really been big. She might as well be the limited run mascot, because most people think her when they think limited run. Now, they found this game here was unfinished online. Unfinished. And because of that, we actually, they actually went ahead, finished the game, and got it out to market. And that's really great. The original release was just for a Game Boy Advance cartridge, but they finally brought it to the regular systems so that you could play it on updated systems. So I'm just getting my voice back. So my cough is a little bit pronounced here.
Okay.
Yep. That's my wife. Welcome home. We're on a live stream right now, waiting for other people to join me as I'm doing the live pickup extravaganza that I've had to put off for 2 weeks.
Who's supposed to be with you to do it?
Oh, we've got various people who say they're going to come on. It's just at various points, like Dave, Jake, other people, maybe. But hopefully they'll give me a chance to rest my voice as I go. So, okay. Just got done with 3 games.
Which games?
Metal Gear Solid, Shantae, and the original Watch Dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which was $5 pickup, which, you know, I like to see where it all began. The second one looked good.
Hi, Ozzy.
Yep, all our kittens are here. You see that orange baby over on this side?
I only saw Ozzy and Blanche.
Olivia.
Oh, no, Olivia. No, sorry, Rose. I'm tired.
Well, yeah, kick back, relax.
I got stuff I gotta do.
I brought the other bag of candy back in, so it's over there.
Yeah, we'll just split it. Okay, I gotta do it.
So let's see here. So yeah, it was just me for a little while. Hopefully Dave will join us first, but Jake should be on with me in about a half hour. So you get this. You get my lovely face for a half hour and my voice going, meh. So there is a theme to this, which is upgrades. You know, Jake and I do this all the time. It's like, well, this is an upgrade of this. We upgraded this. We upgrade for a lot of reasons. Special features, visual quality, making it last longer, because Blu-ray lasts longer than DVD. Compacting. Because if any of you are collectors like I am, you know that compacting things is key when it comes to this sort of thing. So let's see here. What do I got here? I pay a lot for this thing. Let me see if there is a background music thing. Maybe I can put some like Christmas. Put me up a little bit because I need to be as high or as loud as I can. I hope y'all can hear me. Don't have anybody here, so maybe not. Who knows? Let's see here. No. Media assets. Let's see here. Oh, we got background music. How many Christmas music? No. Oh, my. Well, let's see what feeding ducks is. Oh yeah, feeding them ducks. Yeah, we're gonna feed those ducks really good as we go. But now I'm gonna try and find some actual music to throw on. Resources, music. I've got my big thing here, so. Oh, it's too big. Too big. All right. There we go. I always used to love this one. This was the like a hard rock version of "Oh, What a Merry Christmas Day" from the Disney Christmas Carol. So we've got our 3 video games here. So let's start with some updates. Well, they're all updates. So the first one, I'm upgrading from DVD, which is the Blu-ray adaptation, the South Select version of Adaptation, which is an excellent film with Nicolas Cage, Spike Jonze film about this comedy being a relative term, which blends fictional characters and situations with lives of real people. Obsessive orchid hunter John Roche, journalist and author Susan Orlean, Hollywood screenwriter Charlie Kaufman, and his twin brother Donald, as Charlie struggles to adapt Orlean's best-selling book, The Orchid Thief. He writes himself into his own movie. So this is actually a very excellent film. Amazing film. I've only watched it once. Same color, the cover there. This one actually is now on Blu-ray, which is much restored. There isn't a lot to this, unfortunately. It's just for the visual fidelity. But because there's only still Galore's trailer and that one featurette on here, which still is not terrible, but not much better than all right. So our second one is a Criterion upgrade from DVD. So this is like big upgrade. So not only are we getting the DVD to Blu-ray treatment, we are getting a Criterion treatment. And that is The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, which I want all of Terry Gilliam's films on the best format possible. Thailand never came to Criterion, but it did come to Arrow, so I do have that one as well. This is a thing about this guy, Baron Munchausen, who has been known to tell tales of his adventures. And he and his amazing friends, they find a retired one, and them going on these new adventures together. Early Robin Williams role. Amazing stuff overall. I love this particular one. It is, it's got a great deal of special features, which is this big list here. And of course, our booklet, our poster, it is actually just a booklet, which has our essay, because you can't have a Criterion without an essay. So you get a lot of lovely discs here with all those lovely special features. I look forward to, well, I did watch this one again, and it did clean up beautifully from the DVD. So, well worth your time if you haven't checked it out already. Alright, our next one is an upgrade, is an Alice in Wonderland adaptation. Some of you don't realize, but I used to be big into collecting Alice in Wonderland, almost as big as Amityville. So this is an older version of it, of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland, a Kino Lorber release, which I had on a really ratty DVD. The DVD was scarred in places, but still played, and it had like stickers on the front. This is brand new, upgrades the visuals, Cary Grant, Gary Cooper, and W.C. Fields in it. This is a 1933 version. It is black and white. It is one I didn't care for when I watched it the last time, but my hope is that when I watch it again, I will enjoy it. I am curious as to how well they cleaned it up. Some Blu-ray they clean up amazingly, some they do not, and that is a pain, but we will see. Alright, next up, another Blu-ray, actually known as the first feature-length talkie film, because of course, as we know, they weren't able to take the soundtrack and the film at the same time and broadcast it. until that time. So we have the criterion of all that jazz. Now this was originally on a ratty DVD I had, which was one of those flipper cases, which we all know in the DVD collecting realm, that is crap. It had this thing where it had like both sides had writing on it, because one side was full screen, one side was widescreen. If any of y'all remember full screen versus widescreen, you will understand. So, it is something to behold. I've never seen, actually, no, that's wrong. I have seen it. I don't remember it. I really need to get back into watching these again and see it. With Criterion, you of course have a ton of good stuff, a ton of restoration work. Usually, if you've got a ratty DVD, you're going to get a much better picture quality, even if it's a DVD Criterion, because they always try to do the 4K restoration with it. I am looking forward to seeing this again with crystal clear sound and beautiful visuals. One that I got recent for under $10 was upgrading my standard DVD copy of Almost Famous. Now this is a huge upgrade because this is going from DVD to full 4K. Now this one also has, I think, might have the Blu-ray on it. Does it? No. So I can only watch it in certain places, but it does have the digital code, which is good. Almost Famous is a huge one about this. Basically, it's an autobiography about semi-autobiographical about the odyssey of 15-year-old William Miller, whose writing talent and earnest passion for rock music earns him the assignment for Rolling Stones, interviewing the touring Stillwater. So this really was a great film, one of Jake's favorites. I'm sorry he couldn't check it out, but we will see. I'm sure he'll see us later on and go be mad on that. So next up is animation. We do have animation. We have, I think, at least one or two anime as well in this. This one is American animation, and when Fox was doing animation, which now I guess brings her to Disney Princess Time, and that's upgrading my DVD copy to a Blu-ray copy of Anastasia. Now, I love Anastasia. It was my favorite, it's my favorite non-Disney Disney film, because this was better than most things coming out at the time, animation-wise. The music was great. You had great voice acting. You had Christopher Lloyd in there. And of course, one of my favorite actresses and early crush when I was young, Meg Ryan herself. So very good stuff. Very good songs in it. It's about Anastasia. There's that rumor about Princess Anastasia, who may have survived the Russian Revolution, and the idea that she had survived and she was living the life of poverty out there, and they went to find her again in Europe. But evil Rasputin, who apparently has come back from the dead, is out to get her as well. Again, excellent stuff. I really liked this. It's a classic. She deserves to be a Disney princess. Glad that she's gotten her gold there. All right, so this next one is one I always think of it as a Hitchcock film, even though it's not, which is a dramatic thriller starring Jimmy Stewart called Anatomy of a Murder. I always think this because it reminds me of a lot of those Hitchcock films there. Now this one I upgraded again from a standard bare bones DVD release to a full-on Blu-ray, not just a Blu-ray but a Criterion Blu-ray, and I am looking forward to the increased visuals to see this again, because this is a really good film. I just have not seen it in ages, so my memory is rusty. But a virtuoso, James Stewart, plays a small-town Michigan lawyer who takes on a difficult case, the defense of a young Army lieutenant accused of murdering a local tavern owner who he believes raped his wife. So, very interesting stuff here. Oh, we got another cat appearance here. Guest appearance. This is Rosie. Many of you all have probably seen her. And if you haven't, I know you've heard her because she's been in the background of many of our Inside Movies Galore episodes, just getting attention while I'm sitting here talking away, which we'll be doing tonight. So if you haven't checked it out, you should check out our stuff tonight. We're covering Holidays, the anthology film from 2016. Great discussion will ensue. I'm going to change the music over to some interesting ones. So, this next one is one you guys might not have heard of. It's one that I found out in high school, of all places. And for those of you watching, if you are a Facebook friend of mine, you're welcome to ask if you want to come on live. I can send that link. Now, I have here a documentary. I love good documentaries here and there. It is there. Dave sent me a voice message and I cannot actually. Okay, so let me see here. Let me pause.
Johnny looks at Marvin and starts to say he hates how the orange got in charge is changing all our ways. Marvin looks at Johnny and
any case, back to the live. So this is a documentary about nuclear war, about the atomic bomb. It's called The Atomic Cafe. I had this old ass DVD. I thought that nobody knew about this film, but apparently Kino did. They brought it together and I had to get a copy for myself. It has a number of actual special features like government propaganda films, FilmWorks radio interview with Kevin Rafferty, Jane Loder, and Pierce Rafferty, audio experts from Jane Loder's CD-ROM, Public Shelter, and the trailer. There was a lot of propaganda around the bomb. And for those of you who are not familiar with that time, I grew up during the tail end of that time. I guess that's one of the great advantages of being Gen X. Duck and cover. We did hide under our desks early on because, that's going to protect us from a nuclear explosion. But hey, that's what they told us. They even parodied it in South Park. They had the volcano episode in season 1. You duck and cover under the desk and the lava just over you. But this one, if you haven't seen it, it's an amazing documentary. Still holds up to this day. One of these days I'll cover it on Inside Movies Galore. It'll be there. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. This next one is more for my wife than for me. I've not been as big a fan of this, but I've tried to be, and that is for the Bad Boys franchise. Now, there's a fourth one out, and I haven't seen that one. But when the third one came out, they did a trilogy set, and my wife had these ratty DVD copies that had torn slipcovers and all that. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll get them on this, upgrade it, and thin it down. So now I've got all the first three anyway, and this thin thing instead of 3 massive DVDs. Maybe I'll end up upgrading to, say Blu-ray. To a 4-set collection eventually, but who knows? But they're fun movies about these guys who are, these police officers, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, and there's the buddy cop movies, all 3 of them. Really decent movies. I enjoyed all 3, and I need to see the 4th when I see it. If any of y'all seen the 4th, let me know how it is in the links below. Alright, one that I have not seen, yet I've upgraded anyway, is Barbarella. I just had to. This is an Arrow upgrade. My father liked this film, and my father really shaped a lot of my original formative years when it came to media. I don't know really what it's about. Let me read here. It's the year 40,000 AD when evil scientist Duran creates a deadly weapon with the potential to cause mass devastation. President of Earth dispatches Barbarella, played by Jane Fonda, to hunt him down. Crash landing in an icy wilderness somewhere in the Tau Ceti planetary system, Barbarella is rescued by Mark Hand. Let's see. And guided by the blind angel Pygar to Durant's lair in Sogo, a city of corruption and debauchery, where they encounter with the great tyrant Black Queen and her minions throws her mission into jeopardy. This has a lot of special features, upgraded visuals. I mean, I love 80s camp and stuff like that, and this was. So I am looking forward to this. I want to see this for the first time. One of these days I'll find an excuse. Maybe I'll put it up for Inside Movies Galore to give me an excuse to watch it. Who the heck knows? Now this one is an old school favorite of mine. As a child, I watched this movie over and over again, and there were only a handful I did this as a child. But there were these guys who, these guys that came upon the barbarian craze that followed Arnold Schwarzenegger, and these brothers who did multiple films. They were comedies mostly, and one they did was called The Barbarians. Now, I had to find this on like a multi-pack. That's how rare it was. And now it's got this MGM released this on Blu-ray finally. And I was extremely happy to see this. I love that this has increased visuals. I love that we have, we don't really have much in the way. Okay, it is Kino. We don't have much in the way of special features, but darned if it's not awesome. So you've got these kids, they were sold into slavery, they become barbarians, as you know, the whole idea, like Conan, and then they go on these adventures to rescue, to fight monsters and gain their birthright. This, to me, is an excellent film. If you haven't seen it and you like those old school sword and sorcery films, you need to check this out. This is an excellent film, well worth your time, and well worth the pickup, and well worth upgrading from a multi-pack. Admittedly, I am making more room. I'm making less room for myself because of that, but it's worth it. I hope that by the time I get to the end of this pile, I have somebody to sit and entertain the crowd while I go grab another pile and rest my voice for a minute. Gosh. So another one that I had on basic Blu-ray, DVD, was Batman, the movie. I actually had most of them on DVD, but I finally upgraded them all to Blu-ray. And this 60s Batman movie with Bat Shark Repellent, which is well known. It's very campy, but Adam West and Burt Ward play the Cape Crusader and Robin as they thwart a combined group of villains. You know, the Joker, Catwoman, Penguin, all played by people that you wouldn't expect to this day and age. It is a great rendition of Batman. Many people dislike it because it's campy. I've gotten to love it more and more over the years. I didn't like it at first because I wanted that dark Batman, the Tim Burton Batman. But this one still brings me to laughter, and I really enjoy most of these. So another one that I watched, and I'm going to need to read the back of this one, is a Johnny Depp film back when I was collecting all this stuff. Well, the weird stuff came up on him. And that is Before Night Falls. Now, this one I had on a loaner DVD from a Blockbuster, sellout sale. And it is a really good film. It's really well done. It was messed up sort of in the middle. I'm glad to have this because it finally gives me a high definition copy that works all the way through, and some special features to boot on that. Let's see here. It's about Cuban poet Ronaldo Arenas, victimized by government and banned his books and jailed him for the crime he did not commit. But Ronaldo endured unspeakable persecution and a courageous stand against censorship and oppression. So, a really cool movie. If you haven't seen it, Before Night Falls is really good, and it's great that Warner Archives did this and re-released this to the world in a better definition. So, this next one is one I did not enjoy as much, but everybody says I should enjoy. I was bored by it, but I'm hoping that watching it again will bring me into it. That's the Harrison Ford film, Blade Runner. Now, this one is on 4K, which I've heard is the best way to watch it because it was shot on 4K film. Also has a regular Blu-ray on it. This has the full cut. So I just watched it on a flipper copy back in the day. So maybe it's a film noir set in a kind of steampunk type future. And it was not steampunk, cyberpunk style future, where you've got all of this stuff where they are hunting down androids that are human-like, and it is supposedly one of the best sci-fi films out there. So I do look forward to checking it out again and seeing how it goes. So, this next film is near and dear to my heart. My father loved this film, and it is a majorly weird and manic performance by Dennis Hopper, with the director David Lynch and all of his strangeness. The 1986 film Blue Velvet. Now, I love this cover, and it is an excellent film. It is one that's hard to explain because it is just that odd. But essentially, let me read the back. Home from college, Jeffrey Beaumont makes an unsettling discovery: a severed human ear lying in a field. In a mystery that follows by turns, terrifying and darkly funny, writer David Lynch burrows deep beneath the picturesque surfaces of a small town. Driven to investigate, Jeffrey finds himself closer to his fellow amateur sleuth, Sandy Williams, as well as their person of interest, lounge singer Dorothy Van. So, for those of you who are very interested in a very messed up tale, Blue Velvet is a quite fun film to watch, but a very weird film at that. Well, I'll say hi to Dave.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Which is good because my voice is dying. So it'll be good to have some conversation, because if I'm just yelling all this time while I'm going through this massive pile, I'm not going to get anywhere.
That's okay. I ended up picking up one for the Christmas holiday. that I can show here as one pickup.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Why don't we do it this way? I got 4 of this to stack, and then while I'm out there, show off some of your stuff for us all to see.
Oh, sure. The first one is never had this on DVD. Always had a copy of it. But The Muppet Christmas Carol ended up coming across it in my mom's resale shop, and I figured, you know what, I don't have this yet, so I bought it from her place of work. So, glad to have it in my collection. The Muppets are always cool to see every Christmas, and it's one of my favorite Christmas Carol versions. So,
I feel like there was one version that had that song restored to it. I think it's only the streaming version that did that, but I don't remember.
This is the version still with it in it. So I know that they took it out for a version, but this is the 50th anniversary edition DVD. So,
well, as I was telling all the people here, this extravaganza is all about upgrades, and I'm continuing to throw those out. So I will show off another one, which is the Blues Brothers double feature.
Okay.
Now this upgrades not only my copy of the Blues Brothers, which was a bare bones DVD with no special features, but also adds Blues Brothers 2000 to the mix, which is debatable in quality. Some people like it, some people do not. But it is great to see this shined up. They did a good job clearing it up. It looks good. What are your thoughts on the Blues Brothers film?
Oh, the Blues Brothers, hands down, is a classic movie. The second one was a cash grab. That was known. And but I suppose at least they had Elroy coming back, showing up. The kid was cute, but not cute enough to win an Oscar, you know. But it's still from that like 90s era where they could get away with it.
This is an odd ball because this is a Saturday Night Live based one that's still a classic to this day. But it has amazing performances in it. I mean, you've got Ray Charles, you have just a whole bunch of these people in it, which this one actually...
Cab Calloway was in it. And as you well know, there's that great car chase in the city that I am in. So,
oh, I see. There you go.
They did it on that bridge to nowhere, which I took in. Well, it does go somewhere now, but it's called the Home Bridge. But it did used to go nowhere, and that's kind of the reason why our Drown Out Dark album was called Bridges from Nowhere, because originally it was a road that went nowhere.
Well, if you want to buy any of Dave's stuff, we got 3 or 4 albums of his in the link below if you want to buy that.
Yep. And I do believe that they're all now to a lot of streaming sites like Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, YouTube, you name it. And I do believe there is a experimental rap album out right now called Wake the Woken, if you want to check that out.
Well, there you go.
But let's show some more. Okay, so these three kind of go together because they were bought in together, and they're all directed by the same director. And these are directed by a Texas film director who has Asperger's syndrome.
Oh.
I know him somewhat personally. I've interviewed him, But his name is Joshua Kennedy. And this one is called Saturnalia, Cave Girl from Outer Space.
We all love the cave girls.
And it stars Danny Thompson, who is a British model and actress. She was actually in another film of his. And here's the tagline on the back: "Boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy brings to life cartoon cave girl from outer space."
Who?
And then he also directed this fun Western called Cowgirls versus Pterodactyls, which with some stop motion animation going on in there. Plus, as a bonus feature, a short black and white feature that he directed called The St. Augustine Monster. On it, and I watched it. It's okay. I mean, it's something. And then here is a love letter to H.P. Lovecraft that he directed, called The Innsmouth School for Girls. And I actually like this one. This one's actually pretty good.
Looks
young,
great.
yeah, it is a little creepy, and you just have to see it to believe it. So he's pretty good at putting together stories, and you can tell he's got a love for the cinema. I just hadn't caught up to some of owning some of his latest stuff on DVD, and you can find all of his films, at least most of them that he's put together, on oldies.com.
Oh yeah, Oldies is a good place. They had a good sale this year. So actually, I'm curious, Dave, because you actually play some games. I'd shown these off earlier, but I'd gotten the new Shantae.
I didn't realize they had a new Shantae out there.
Yeah, they rebuilt it. Basically, it was a Game Boy Advance game that never got finished. So they finished it and then released it.
Oh, okay.
So, and then of course, the original Watch Dogs.
I've got the Watch Dogs.
And the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Mm-hmm.
Didn't realize that. Oh wait. So is that the same one that's on that trilogy? Oh wait, no.
Mm-hmm.
That trilogy that they have out of Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3. Is that different than that?
Nope, that's the original 3. This one is they updated all the graphics and sound there, so it looks like a modern game, but plays like the original.
Okay. Just to ask the difference.
This next one is an upgrade on an animu, as Jake and I like to call it, a horror anime, by the way, which I had on a DVD set. Now the DVD set was this thick. Now this is a Blu-ray of a series called Boogie Pop Phantom.
Okay.
As you can see, that's not nearly that thick. Now, 5 years ago, a string of ghastly murders shook the city to its core. Now terror has returned, and this time it has a name, Boogie Pop. Everyone knows about Boogie Pop death incarnate. She stalks the nights in search of fresh victims. Meet her, and you simply vanish. This one was actually pretty creepy back in the day. I am looking forward to seeing it again. I need to watch it. I've got Boogie Pop and Others, which is a sequel series, which I've never seen. So good upgrade there. I got 2 more, and then I'm gonna take a moment to change things over. Now, one that was a huge upgrade, because I had another bare bones, a bare bones set, but it had to be done in 2 discs because of the length. So it was about this long for just a movie, and that was the Gilliam film Brazil, which I finally got upgraded on Blu-ray and Criterion. The original Criterion wasn't a good upgrade because it was 3 wide. This one's the Blu-ray. Jake loves this film. It's a
I like it
weird
a lot.
contemporary film set in the odd future of the 80s. And it is a very weird crawl. I need to watch it. I've only watched it once. I didn't like it the first time. But I like Gilliam's work, so maybe I just need to watch it now that I'm older, wiser, and can understand a little bit more. The whole thing with the typewriter and stuff was just weird, but that's Gilliam work.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what I thought of it the first time around, but after seeing it again, like some time ago, myself, it's started to grow on me, just like Naked Lunch.
Naked Lunch is an odd film in and of itself. So my last one before I take a big break, well, not a big break, just enough to walk over and get another pile, is, well, they re-released Shout Factory re-released Candyman 1 and 2. They upgraded the visuals, they did all this stuff, but they left one out, and that's where Vestron comes in, and they upgraded Candyman Day of the Dead. This one kind of picks up where the second film left off. A lot of people did not like this one, but to me, I actually liked it. I mean, this one goes to Los Angeles. Again, it deals with a lot of subjects. Candyman was a great one. Tony Todd was an amazing actor, and his character, the Candyman, is...
Be my victim.
Have you seen the third film in the series, Jay?
I have. For a long time, the trilogy was hard to find, but in a used place at one point in time, I picked up the trilogy, and then little bit by little bit, I started upgrading the DVDs to Blu-ray. I believe I came across the first Candyman, the Shout Factory version, without the cover, but
yeah,
it is what it is, for $10. And then I think I might have picked up one more on Blue, but not entirely sure. But I have seen them all at least one time. It's been a while since I've seen the third one, but
yeah, one's a classic, but the others are a little bit harder to go with. But yeah, this is I mean, I really love the series overall, and I'm glad to get them upgraded. I'm also glad that they're in print again, which is the other reason why I like it when they do these things, because they bring them back in print, and I hate it when they're in print. Personally, though, I like having a collector's item. I would rather everybody be able to get a shot at it. Well, I'm going to let you hold our audience for a minute, Dave,
Sure.
while I get my next pile.
And I got some of my Christmas presents a little early.
Woo!
These 2 box sets are humongous ones that I wanted in my collection. In fact, eventually I'm probably going to be getting the third one, but right now the third one is kind of on a pre-order order thing right now, and I'm paying off some other things at this moment. But the first box set is and the second one kind of go together. They are from Severin. They are the Eurocrypt of Christopher Lee Collections, volumes 1 and 2. Now, I found them together online. Um,
There we go.
and this first one has Sherlock Holmes and the Deadly Necklace, which is a German release. Let's see, where is it? Is this it? No, it's back here. A German release, but it just so happens there's actually an English dub along with it, and I watched the dub. Eventually, I'll probably watch the German German with English subtitles one, just to see if it has like some different dialogue or whatnot down the road. And I wanted to get these sets because you know, Christopher Lee is mostly known for his Hammer Films Dracula, which we as a group discussed most of the main films on our show.
I prefer
Which
film.
I'm now starting to wonder where, like, why was he known for those roles when he?
Yeah.
I'm starting to question why he was mainly known for those when, you know, he wasn't even on for long and in the films, and some of them were actually quite weird. But this also has Challenge of the Devil, which I do believe is I watched that one, which that one was like totally weird. It was subtitled first of all, and it had Christopher Lee in this like white wig, and he was an old man, and I guess these people had to were invited to find this old man's wife before dawn. But they went through some like weird trippy ass shit. So it was and then Crypt of the Vampire, which is which I believe Challenge of the Devil was in Italian. But this one over here, Crypt of the Vampire, I believe that one was of Spanish origin. So you have a little bit of everything. And then Castle of the Living Dead, that one was more British. That one was weird because it reminded me of like similar to like the Wax Museum type movies, you know. So that one was weird. And then I still have to watch The Torture of Dr. Sadism, which I seem to remember that title on the Something Weird catalog.
That
Or
sounds like along your lines, Jake. Something you would love to watch.
Well, so much like something I'd like.
And then Theater Macabre apparently is a 20-some episode anthology series, which I'm wondering what the quality is like since it's from Severin, since I started to watch an episode of it on Tubi and it was crackly as fuck. So, as if they had gotten it from Mill Creek's back catalog or some shit. But that is the first volume. I haven't even opened the second volume, which Tammy bought with it for me. And there's a third volume out there that hasn't even been released yet. It's on pre-order from Severin.
That's cool.
Which this one has Uncle Was a Vampire. The Secret of the Red Orchid, which I do believe that one's another German film. Dark Places, Dracula and Son, and Murder Story. Now, each of these volumes has like a booklet of like the history of each of every one of these films, and some of them are actually fully loaded with stuff. I actually started watching a 52-minute documentary on one of them with a producer who worked with Ray Harryhausen at one point in time. So I'll have to go back to it and watch it. I'm still discovering shit on the first box set, so it's taking me. It's going to be taking me some time to go through such historic.
It's great to run through that stuff.
Well, it's great when they actually have people who know what they're talking about.
I gotta remind myself to. I've got a Silent Night, Bloody Night. I've got to do my review for that for this week. My voice has just come back to the point where I can be heard, and of course now I'm killing it doing this. But well, welcome, Jake. Glad to have you with us.
Yeah.
The main theme for tonight, at least mine here, is upgrades.
Right.
And so you might be able to tell me also. You'll probably know some of the stuff as well, and save my voice if you see anything that you like to talk about.
Right.
It's about conversations, after all. So here's one that I had on just a flipper. I know how much Jake loves flipper cases.
Oh, I love them. I love them.
And you guys know what I talk about when I say flipper. These little like cardboard cases, and they have these little plastic things at the end where you snap them.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are usually double-sided, which I hate those too.
I hate the double-sided ones.
Yeah.
They really need to get rid of that habit.
Mm-hmm.
Is a classic I had on this for a while, and I'm glad I upgraded it. Did a release for it, and that was CB4.
Ah.
Now I showed this one to you, didn't I, Jake? Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. Is her showing me the movie? Yeah.
Yeah, as far as like Chris Rock is concerned, I love this one. I think it's great. It's a good Phil Hartman role about this group of rappers. They all come from the middle class, and and one of these guys, this really dangerous rapper himself, gets locked away. And they hear about Cell Block Force, so they decide they make their own rap group called CB4 for Cell Block 4. And unfortunately, they get the ire of this guy when he gets out, and he's out for blood. This is done in sort of like a mockumentary style / movie style. It almost combines it. And it's really great. I mean, some of the stuff like where people are like, I'm black, y'all, because I'm black, y'all. Those types of things. That's in this particular one. So if you like Chris Rock and you haven't seen this, you should. A lot of people compare it to This Is Spinal Tap, but I disagree with that. They're two different movies. But this does have some relevance to that.
Right.
And what do you think, Jake? You're more of a Spinal Tap fan than I am.
Well, yeah. I've only seen CB4 once, so I can't give detailed commentary. I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting. It is one I'd like to give another look one of these days. It might be kind of fun to do them as a twofer and just yeah.
Have you seen it, Dave?
No, I have not.
I think you'd like this one, Dave. You would enjoy it. This next one is one I know Jake will understand me with this, is that Charlie Chaplin had been my aim for Criterion. But I had a really nice release of this movie on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually I said, you know what? I need to go ahead and get it. It's on Blu-ray now, and it does have a lot more special features. And that is Charlie Chaplin's The Circus.
Ah.
It's been a while since I've watched this one, but it's one of his tramp movies.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Chaplin being an exquisite silent film artist. And which is funny because to me, his best film was actually not a silent film.
Mm-hmm. And one could say he was one of the first true movie stars.
Yeah, he did amazing stuff. I mean, shoot, what is the name of that film? You presented it last time we did a pickup.
The Great Dictator?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But this one's a great comedic one. I enjoyed it when I watched it last time. If you haven't watched Charlie Chaplin film, there's something wrong with you if you're a cinephile.
I have actually not seen The Circus. I have the copy, of course. I have all the films he did that Criterion's released, but they need
I have a copy of The Circus, just not on Criterion.
Well, what's great is that almost every one of these has a good smattering of his short films
Right.
on the disc as extras, which is great.
One of these days, they need to do a Chaplin short film collection as complete as they can make it. That'd be kind of fun.
So Amazon finally did for their Black Friday sale and something that made me want to upgrade these, and that was charge only $5.
Yeah.
That City Slickers 1 and 2. I've had these on DVD for the longest time, which I also paid only $5 each for. But they have some, especially the first one has a lot of special features. It's about these guys who are from the city, and they go and do this cowboy weekend, and they learn a little bit more what it's like to survive in the Old West. And the second one is where they find a treasure map that was by the guy who, their original guide, who taught them there, and they were seeking it to get the treasure, so to speak. It's not as good as the original one.
The original is quite good.
And, it's great. I mean, Billy Crystal, Daniel Stern, Bruno Kirby, great acting, and just in general fun.
Oscar
I have to
winning
sit back and watch
performance by Jack
those.
Palance.
I still have those on DVD. I just haven't sat back and watched those.
Those are shout releases, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
And like I say, I'm glad to have them. I mean, Shout does a good job cleaning it up. And they're fun movies. They're not my favorite in the world, which is why I waited for them to be $5. But for that, it's worth doing. All right. So this one is one movie that I got a box set from Sterling. David Sterling. Dave definitely knows who I'm talking about when I say David Sterling.
Yeah, because he tends to highly charge for his box sets lately.
And that was upgrading this slasher film, Claw, which has a cool, he's got the welder's mask, and he's got the claw, the sickle claw thing that he uses to kill people with. So it's a fun enough slasher. He looks kind of cool as a slasher, but it wasn't the greatest in the world.
I think you gave me your.
I liked the first. I liked
Yeah.
the first copy. I liked the first film better than I liked the second one. Let's just put it that way.
I'm showing this one not because I had it, but because it came in the box set. So as soon as I'm done with this, I can just stick them both back in the box.
Yeah.
I've not seen this one. If you want to see a review, I did a review of this one on the site when it came out many years ago. So you can get that. Oh, boy. 3 more, and then if you've got something you want to throw out there, Dave, I'll do that to give me a break.
Nope, I have no more than that which I have already brought. So
Then we'll just add conversation, which is fine.
I have stuff on the way, but
Me too. Actually, part of my Thanksgiving project was going through my stuff, trying to find duplicates and looking at sales and trying to make conversions. And one of them arrived today, but the others have not arrived yet. So got a lot of conversions coming though.
My hope, Jake, is to do not this week because we've got a discussion Wednesday night,
Right.
but maybe next week and the week after to do 2 pickups. One to be Criterion centered. It's just going to be a massive Criterion. Just bring all your Criterion pickups.
I don't have a huge number, but I've got some.
So I'll probably outnumber you on this one, but
Yeah.
I'm trying my darndest to get as many of these pickups done as I can.
Yeah.
And then the other one is going to be one where I'm going to show only Christmas films, but you can show whatever pickup you want.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this next one is obviously an upgrade, which I had again, $5 Walmart DVD. But I've upgraded from a DVD to a 4K, and that is the movie Clue,
Oh,
shot release.
ah,
I like this. Tim Curry did an excellent job in this. It's a movie that had multiple endings. They played different endings in the theaters as they showed this, which was something new. So it gave people reason to go back to the theater to watch it. It's a fun film. It has all the endings on it. And of course, it has an entire disc of special features on it.
Ah,
To me, it is an excellent comedy. Great whodunit. I like the mansion murder mystery types. I know you like those too, because I know you had like a couple of those as well. I'm sure you have Clue as well, in some format.
I'm not positive I do.
What
But
about?
I know I have Clue
to see
somewhere.
it. But,
I know you got. I know at least one of y'all has Clue.
heh,
No, I don't have a clue.
So this other one was also extremely expensive for a while
hmm,
because the DVD was the only release, and it was out of print. And I had the DVD, and then they put it back in print and had to run.
hmm.
And that is the film Cool World.
Okay.
A lot of people did not like this one. This was a Banksy idea, I want to say. And essentially, it got too big for the man himself. So between him and these others, they were trying to create a Roger Rabbit type competitor, and it didn't work out so well. It's about this guy who draws this comic called Cool World. He gets sucked in, and him and a young Brad Pitt square off because Hollywood, which you can see here, wants to have sex with a real person because if she does, she becomes real. And it leads to a whole bunch of weird stuff.
Hmm.
It is an odd film. Amazingly dark art, but one of my favorites to see. I really did enjoy this. I'm maybe
Sounds
one of the few who does, but I do like this one.
No, I enjoy it, and it's one of Tammy's favorites, believe it or not.
Huh,
Wow.
it is weird.
Have you seen that one, Jake?
Like I said, I have not. I intend to one of these days.
It's a shout release. I'm glad that they did finally
Yeah.
re-release it.
Right.
So one that was one of my father's favorite,
Mhm.
take that as you will, an Aykroyd film called The Couch Trip.
Okay.
Well, this is one of those few that is not a space saver.
I like that one.
I had this on a multi-pack, and I still need some of the movies on the multi-pack.
Hmm.
But I like this one well enough to get this on it. I like mental health-related movies about a guy basically who escapes an institution and becomes a therapist himself.
Good times.
And it is great. It's well done. I love Walter Matthau in this.
Hmm.
To me, it is an excellent film. It's kind of a tongue-in-cheek version of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in a way. If it was more of a lighthearted and funny movie.
Good times.
And Dave, you like that one, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Jake?
I have not. I'm actually not familiar with that one.
I have it on a multi-pack myself. It's probably
Honest-
the same multi-pack that you're talking about.
Honestly, as far as Dan Aykroyd and Walter Matthau, I'm fairly surprised I'm not more familiar with it. But, you know,
There's so many movies that were filmed that none of us really have that familiarity with.
right.
Now, one that you probably have, because Shout put these on there going out of print sale all the time, and usually for $5,
Hmm.
is a steelbook, Kevin Costner steelbook, called Dances with Wolves.
Ah,
I was like, for $5, I'll upgrade that to Blu-ray.
yeah.
I'll buy that for $1.
I mean, I had this on I had this one like on base B DVD.
I'd buy that for $1.
There you go. This one not only is upgraded on Blu-ray, but it has a metric ton of special features on it.
Yeah, that's a nice addition.
I was very tempted for the Platoon one as well, but I don't know if I got that. I don't think I did.
Well, I'm glad you got it undented, too.
Yeah.
Yep, it's in actually perfect condition. So
Al dente, huh?
it's about this guy who basically is in the Wild West at its time, and he ends up kind of finding out that the American Indians are not the savages that they're portrayed as.
Hmm.
And essentially it's what Avatar ripped off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Dances with Wolves meets Ferngully, basically, is what people
Yeah.
think Avatar is. Although I will admit, Dances with Wolves, it is a fun movie. It is enjoyable. It is absolutely a textbook white savior movie that was Oscar bait through and through, and it did win a bunch of Oscars. But it could be a lot worse.
and technically, it was an amazing movie.
Yeah.
So Blu-ray is definitely good for
Wasn't
it.
that one? Was that one Costner directed? I feel like it was.
Mm. Yep.
Yeah.
So, Arrow is, of course, the criterion of campier films. And they did a release of Hideo Nakata's Dark Water. Now, one interesting thing is this was one of the films that Americans got and copied.
Yeah.
But unlike the Ring or The Grudge, this one literally copied it shot for shot.
Wasn't Jennifer Connelly in the American remake?
Yeah, and it was a good one.
Yeah.
And this one also is about these people in this apartment building, and they get these water stains on the top of the ceiling, and it's just a very mysterious and creepy movie. I really do like both versions of this movie. You're really getting basically the same thing. So I like having both versions of it. If you haven't watched it, you want something creepy in Japanese, I would recommend it. Most definitely. I'd recommend either version. They're both good. I would not recommend The Ring 2. That's the American version because that's...
Of course, that one's tricky because the Japanese had 2 Ring 2s. They had 2 official sequels.
Yes.
That were totally...
Ring 2 was really good.
Me and Essen are both... Yeah. I can't remember which Dark Water I saw. I feel like I saw probably the American one.
Probably.
I don't remember. I know I have a copy. I don't remember if I have the Japanese one.
I know I have a copy of both.
Yeah.
And Dave, y'all went through pretty much all of the Ringu stuff on.
Yes, we pretty much did because he was obsessed. He's still obsessed with Japanese horror movies. We were gonna do Hellgirl, but we couldn't find one with subtitles that went with. So
Hellgirl's a great series.
Let's see, you can cover Dark.
But there was a live action movie which we were going to be covering.
Is that even got an American release?
No. So we're trying to find some way to slap some subtitles on something we can.
I think I saw that was a thing. I can't remember. That was like 5 or 6 years ago, right? Maybe. I don't know. The original anime Hellgirl is a
2019.
I haven't seen it at all.
6 years ago. I was close. Yeah.
Have you seen this one, Dave?
I have not seen it, but I have the copy.
Ah. So, this next one is an anime.
Mm-hmm.
And I had these all on different DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the specials, which were on a Blu-ray. And that is the Digisharat collection.
Ah. It's a great space saver.
It's an ultimate collection, but I disagree with that because then it would have Digisharat Nyo on it and Pyo Digisharat, which would be great to have all those on one. But it does have the original Digisharat. It has all of the specials on it, including Winter Garden, which I can stomach Winter Garden on this. I cannot stomach Winter Garden as its own release in the collection. For those of you who don't know what Digisharat is, well, it's about these aliens.
Warm, fluffy rice, yo.
Actually, I do have something from that.
Warm, fluffy rice, Nyo. It's summer, Nyo. The beach, Nyo. Warm, fluffy rice, Nyo. It looked so yummy, like it was just cooked, Nyo.
So
Or is our late once said, warm, fuzzy rice, Nyo.
yes, warm fuzzy. Right? But these alien princesses, they land on to conquer Earth and end up working at a game store called Gamers, which no longer exists. It's a closed store, sadly. But the original anime was basically a advertisement for the store. And I did not like the original. Brittany loved it. Brittany introduced me to it. And now I've gotten to like it, but my sense of humor has evolved over time. Because I originally saw it in my early 20s. Well, mid-ish 20s. So, you know. Another one I know that Jake will appreciate, and maybe Dave, is I upgraded to the Arrow version of Donnie Darko from a Flipper case.
Okay,
All
Which
right.
I think
I can get behind that.
I think Jake, you could definitely get behind upgrading this from a DVD flipper.
I've been tempted by that. I think the movie's overrated, but I do like certain parts of it. I've long been a fan of Jenna Malone, and I love when I used to not like Patrick Swayze. I don't know why. So when Jake Gyllenhaal stands up in the auditorium and tells him he's the effing Antichrist, I thought that was hilarious on so many levels.
Yeah.
And the movie that Brandon has subjected us to this week leads me to believe that this is not the creepiest bunny man thing this side of the Bunny the Killer thing, but rather the one from Holidays might be even creepier.
Well, this is a tale of psychosis and Americana. S. Darko was the sequel, which sucked. I
never
hated
did
it.
see that.
But
And
this one,
notably, the filmmaker is from our neck of the woods, so that's pretty
Yes.
cool. Yeah.
I have another shout release.
Hmm.
This one is another one that was on a multi-pack, but one that is a childhood favorite that I used to watch over and over again. And that is Dragnet. Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks.
That one I did see.
How about you, Dave? You seen Dragnet?
A long time ago, I saw Dragnet. In fact, Dragnet was on the same multi-pack with the Couch Trip, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it is.
Back when Dan Aykroyd was the bigger of the two stars.
And it's kind of great to see them as a buddy cop movie.
Yeah.
And them trying to take down this this cult, Pagan.
Mhm.
And it is a really good one. I need to
Hey there,
rewatch it.
Olivia.
I watched it a ton as a child. It was probably one of my favorite films. And I had like a whole circle of films that were on repeat. And that was
Yeah.
one of
I seem to remember hearing the original Dragnet show beginning in my head from time to time, and it was similar to listening to the original Law and Order beginning,
Right.
So
Yeah, sure could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
You've been
likes
tamed by the Velcro kitty.
she likes to cuddle with claws.
soft kitty, warm kitty.
So this one was a debate for me to upgrade on Arrow because I've still been kind of iffy about the movie, but both my mother and father loved this movie because it had Sting in it. For those of you who don't realize from that hint, we're talking about the 4K of Dune,
Hmm.
the original Dune movie.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, Sting isn't in the movie, so.
Right.
I still have to. Well, I do have it on DVD, and I also have someone who actually got the original, just factory made discs of Dune. Like Arrow, if you were a reviewer or whatnot, they'd just send the discs, no box, no case, no nothing, just for you to view. And I ended up buying some the double disc thing off of someone who was a reviewer of it, just to have it.
I need to see that. It's one of the few David Lynch films I've not seen. I did recently finally watch part 2 of the Denis Villeneuve Dune, and they're good movies, although the ending frustrated the shit out of me.
I've got the double pack. I just have to watch it. I haven't watched the second one yet.
I like the original miniseries that was on TV.
Children of Dune, definitely. That DVD.
The original Frank Herbert's Dune was before Children of Dune, and that, and I still have to check out that new series that they put out.
No.
Just recently.
It surprised me though that this actually got an Arrow release when it probably. I'm surprised it didn't get a Criterion, because that's one that Criterion, I'm surprised, didn't go for.
I'm a little surprised too, although I was talking with someone just a couple days ago about David Lynch and how it's surprising that Criterion isn't getting on the ball about doing a complete Lynch collection. But it would be difficult because of rights issues and because Lynch apparently was no fan of Dune, that it might be difficult to have that on a complete collection. But it would be worth it. But it would be like doing a Kubrick collection with Spartacus, because that would be a similar sort of thing. Because even I like Spartacus, but Kubrick did not.
He didn't like a lot of films, so
Right.
Well, Spartacus was a people pleaser movie, and he didn't like people. So
Yeah,
that
I was gonna say.
he didn't like to please the audience. He liked to please himself a lot more.
Right.
So one that is a classic that I had to get the update for when it came out. I mean, I got this as soon as it came out on the Criterion. I didn't even wait. And that was Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Good times.
I mean,
too.
This one's one of those high school kind of comedies, but is one of the original high school comedies that you could say. And it had a lot of people who got their start here or were actually really working on things here. You had Forrest Whitaker in it, Judge Reinhold, Phoebe Coates, Jason Lee, Anthony Edwards, a lot of these people.
And then, of course, Sean Penn in one of his classic roles.
I mean, it is a great film. What's weird is that there's another film, and I can't think of the name of it right off the top of my head, but I always confuse the two. They're both on Criterion, and I can't remember the name of the other one, so I guess this one's,
Are you talking about Dazed and Confused?
Yes. I don't know why. I always mix these two up.
There's some similarities. Yeah.
I need to watch them back to back to see why.
They vibe well with each other, you might say.
All right. Now, another one that you will probably, that y'all will both probably love, because we never give up, we never surrender, and that is an upgrade from DVD to 4K.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest is fun.
And of course, this is just a regular, I think it's the Paramount release, but they gave a lot more special features to it. And considering that my other one was a $5 then DVD release, I'm perfectly happy with it. Tim Allen has had some controversial stuff about him, but but you also have Sigourney Weaver and the late Alan Rickman in it, and they play these people who they were on this Star Trek style show, and they end up being abducted by real aliens who thought the thing was real and gave them a ship.
They thought it was an historical document.
I love this movie.
Sam Rockwell, before he was particularly well known, is in there. And, Tony Shalhoub, right?
Yes,
Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Definitely before his other alien type role, which is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
And then, of course, Rickman,
Which also Alan Rickman was in.
of course, Rickman playing a serious thespian who's been typecast as this character from this show, and he hates every minute of it.
I grab Thor's hammer, I will have my revenge.
By
Right.
Quillick.
Yep.
So here's
I believe
one-
Quillick was played by our dude who Jones. He played the Slender Man type character in Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah, Doug Jones. I believe that was him.
I think
Yes.
he is in there.
Now, some of these I bought because I got them on a multi-pack, and I found out that they cut stuff from the multi-pack version.
Hmm.
And one is a Danny Trejo film called Ghostquake, which is one film that has Cool Duder in it, that early Cool Duder before he became thin. And it's about this haunted high school, and they actually cut about 10 to 15 minutes off of the multi-pack version. This is the only one that is the full version of that.
Hmm.
I used to try to get Wet Movie 1 to sell me his copy forever, and I was like, okay, fine, I've got my own copy, damn it. So, actually, I know you probably haven't seen a lot of it, Jake, but how about you, Dave? Have you seen it?
Which one?
Ghostquake.
No, I have not.
Surprising.
It's Danny Trejo. It's probably worth a viewing, but
Oh,
Danny Trejo's been in a lot of low-budget stuff.
yeah. But he's usually fun. Even
Hello.
if the movie's suck.
Well, one that I know you've seen, Jake, and one that is important
Mhm.
to anime being brought to America. One of two films that I really, truly credit with the start of them.
Hmm.
And then Miyazaki being the final nail in the coffin of bringing everything over,
Mhm.
which is a steelbook version and 4K of Ghost in the Shell.
Ah, yes.
That is a cool version, isn't it?
Yeah.
I got this for $5.
Nice.
I could not resist. My version was a DVD version. So,
I think I still.
is that the live action one?
no.
Oh,
this is
hell
the
no.
original anime.
Oh, that's the animation.
And this one is fairly decent. It's about this, really and truly to me, it's style over substance. Because it has a lot of good to it, but
Mhm.
Ghost in the Shell only really finds its footing, in my opinion, when you get to the series.
Yeah, the series was excellent. The
Because, you know,
standalone.
First Gig especially
Yeah.
was an amazing series. This one, though, visually and musically is spectacular.
Mhm.
And having it on, hello, Ozzy.
Yeah,
Ozzy.
We got John Knight here saying hello, and he says today is the first day of December.
it is indeed.
Is it? Yes, it is. That's why I got the Santa hat on.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me about him being on there. Hello, and welcome to this extravaganzas, as they say. We'll see. I'll either hold out an extra half hour on this, or my voice will die. One or the other. I won't get all of the movies done I want, so there'll be a second extravaganza airing sometime in the future. Who knows when, but I will find out. So, but this one I still feel like is really cool. It's a steelbook. It's the 25th anniversary edition.
Cool.
It is a cool looking edition.
Yeah.
They don't do these very often for anime,
Yeah.
and this one actually has a number of special features on it, which they also don't do for anime. But this one's an important one. Akira is the same. Akira is also, to me, those are two of the most important feature films anime has.
I'm still waiting for Criterion to get their heads out their asses for anime, and I think a Ghost in the Shell 1 and 2 2-pack from them would be awesome. And I would snap that up in a heartbeat. But
Now, this one is actually Ghost Shark,
ah,
is another one that they cut in the multi-packs.
I'll be
This
back.
one has both Wet Movie 1 in it and Cool Duder. The Wet Movie 1 more briefly. I enjoyed this one. It's about a ghost shark and he attacks through water.
It's
Which
a
is
fun
pretty-
one.
It's a fun one. You've
It's-
seen it, right, Dave?
Yes, I have. It was on the Sci-Fi Channel for many, many moons.
And if you don't like Cool Duder, you get to watch him get killed in it. So, hey.
It's not that I don't like him. He just takes up a lot of a lot of positions that other people could probably get.
So, well, he doesn't do that anymore because now he's making his films. So, you remember that craze back in the day when everybody thought they were going to get rid of Gone with the Wind? I had a flipper case version of that, and I did secure this when I knew that they were not getting rid of Gone with the Wind, and then it came back and the prices just crashed down to like $4 or $5. So I did want to upgrade this because the flipper copy is not the best for Gone with the Wind. It is an amazing Oscar winner. We had an African-American actress, was the first African-American actress to win an Oscar.
Yeah, not
It was for a stereotypical role, but still, it is a
It
landmark.
was an historic queen. And I will admit that Rhett's iconic line at the end of the movie is iconic. But part of that is because after 3 hours with Scarlett O'Hara, I fully agree with him.
Well, frankly, here I definitely don't give a damn.
Yes.
This one only has a commentary, but it is the 70th anniversary of this thing back in the day.
If you wanted to rest your voice, I have a couple things I could put up.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let me get through this part,
Okay.
and then I'll probably be the end of what I can go and then throw on some stuff at the end.
Okay.
This I upgraded for Kim because it's Kim's favorite movie, and it's probably one of Dave's least favorite movies, which is Gosford Park.
Oh God.
Oh, that was a fun one.
It got a good shout release with a lot of special features and updates.
Isn't
It
that
needs-
Arrow?
It is Arrow, yes, sorry, Arrow
Yeah.
Academy.
I think I have.
And it needed it because the sound, it was hard to hear at some points, but because they were doing unique placement of the microphones, of the upstairs downstairs type thing, it kind of combines that Who Done It mystery with a lot of the upstairs downstairs stuff.
And
Right.
unwatchables as shit.
And it was the inspiration, in a way, for Downton Abbey.
Although Downton Abbey is way better.
Same
Of course,
author. fellas.
Another flipper upgrade to 4K, The Green Mile.
Ah,
Another
Great
controversial
magical-
one. Yeah, the Magical Inn movie.
yeah.
But one that's well done, and one well worth a 4K upgrade.
And it's one that's a remarkably faithful adaptation of the Stephen King book, except the tone is completely different. It's much less creepy than the book.
Now, one that is very controversial is the second Halloween trilogy, which has Halloween, Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends. The first one's really good.
It is. Still
The
a
second
nice-
one had that kick-ass scene where he killed all those firemen.
Mhm.
And then third one was
I've not seen the third one.
we watched the first one in theaters.
We did.
What about you, Dave? Do you like this trilogy?
And it's an interesting arc. Let's just put it that way. And I like the music behind the first one, especially like right after the fat kid, right around the time the fat kid gets killed. It amps up and the music is iconic because John Carpenter kind of did it with his son. And so that's what I will remember about that. And then, of course, I was unsure how I felt about Anthony Michael Hall in the series because I'd seen him in the Dead Zone series for Stephen King, and he's just that iconic of an actor. So I wasn't sure whether having him as a part of it was the right choice, but oh well, it is what is.
And I had these in the individual releases, so this really saved space.
Yeah, definitely.
This next one I had in a multi-pack. It was called Happy Birthday to Me.
Mhm.
I love the VHS style that they did for this. I mean, it's a routine slasher film. And it's actually decent enough. I think you've seen it, Dave. I mean, I can't imagine you not. Jake probably has not.
Yeah.
One we'll have to cover if we do a slasher month or something. So, one that I had that was extremely rare and out of print became not out of print anymore because MVD decided they were going to do a re-release of it, which is good. I like to have it open, which is Hardware Wars, which I know Jake has seen.
Okay.
It's like 5 minutes long. It was the original Star Wars parody, where they just used basically low-budget Star Wars, like they used like a bunch of like flat irons and stuff like that to mimic the Star Wars stuff, waffle irons and such. And I thought it was hilarious. It's very short. It's a short. But this one comes with a boatload of special features. To me, it's one of the original parody films, and it does an amazing job with it.
Okay.
I mean, you got Chinchilla the Wookiee monster and Fluke and all of those people. It was really great. If you haven't seen Hardware Wars, you should.
I believe I got your DVD copy of Hardware Wars around here somewhere.
It was extremely valuable at the time.
I got another message here from John Knight. And I still need to watch that show. I've enjoyed the manga. I enjoyed the movie. I need to watch the show.
I got the movie in season 2 and haven't watched my copy yet either.
Okay.
This one Jake knows because he was there for the original pickups. I had season 1 of Harley Quinn on DVD. So I went ahead and I got the season 1 and 2 upgrade when I finally got it to 15.
Okay. Nice.
I've heard it's a good series. Haven't seen an episode yet.
I've seen much of it.
I've got the first season of it. Go ahead.
I've enjoyed what I've seen.
I need to see it. Only 3 seasons are available physically. I want more.
Yeah, right. It's a very interesting take on the characters, and Clayface is freaking hilarious. They play him as a complete drama queen.
So this is a recent release from Criterion. I just got this a few days ago, and that is Hell's Angels.
Okay.
This upgrades my DVD copy. I want it because it was the only film that Howard Hughes directed, and he was obsessed with planes and so on. And he spent boatloads of money into this film, and it's the 4K version of it. I am curious how it turns out and how it will look over the original DVD. I'm pretty sure it probably will look a lot better. Almost done with these. Hellmaster. I don't remember much of Hellmaster. I know that Kim loved it a lot, and that Vinegar Syndrome did a re-release of this on Blu-ray, and it's similar to Hellraiser in a lot of ways, and that's how I remember of it. So I figured this was a good upgrade from the DVD. Have you seen Hellmaster, Dave?
I have it. I have it with the slipcover too. But it's still in my to watch pile.
Well, speaking of Star Wars, we talked about that and things there. This is one Star Wars ripped off, which is the Hidden Fortress. I had the really bare bones release of Hidden Fortress. I can't think of what they called them. It's those ones that would just had the movie on them. You know what I'm talking about, Jake?
Sure.
You know, like they used to release the DVDs, they just had the films on them.
Are you talking about the ones that Criterion did on a side label? Are you talking about Janus films?
Not Janus. It was like I think it was a Criterion label, but it was not Criterion. It was like, I can't think of what they called it.
There's Janus and there's another one. I can't remember the other
They
one.
released it like bare bones, and
Yeah.
most of the Criterion ones. This is a full-on Criterion Blu-ray of it. I have yet to see the film. I need to see the film, but I've heard this is what they base Star Wars off of, which is even more reason why.
Is it Essential
That's
Art
okay.
House?
Essential Art House? That's the one.
Yeah.
My copy of that is
which is
on.
Janus.
Okay.
Like I'm
Is on
looking
a-
at a copy here of Knife in the Water. That was part of that label. Yeah.
What about Dave?
Oh, my copy of that is on a Masterworks Korean collection of Akira Kurosawa films, and all of the copies of the Kurosawa films are straight from the Criterion releases.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Now, these Honey and Clover 1 and 2. These are upgrades. I really like the way they did the DVD releases.
Yeah.
But they came unglued so easily. These are, well, not glued together, and they are going to last longer.
And
This is my
there's
favorite anime. It's a coming-of-age anime about college students and a lot of the stuff they have to deal with. They're all in art school. I love this series. It's still my favorite anime of all time. I know Brittany says that she hates it, but I disagree with that. If you want to hear us, we did do anime anticlimax about this series. Did you watch it with us, Dave?
I watched at least the first season with you guys.
It
Is
is
it-
interesting since Brittany's an artist that she would
I'm
just
pretty sure you gave me your DVD copies.
They're worth having. I think they are a
Yeah.
good series.
That's a
Only 3 more.
discotheque re-release, right?
What's that?
That's a discotheque re-release, right?
That is Discotheque. Yes.
Okay.
/ Eastern Star.
Right.
All right, 3 more. Dark Castle did a lot of re-releases through Shout, which is great because I love Dark Castle features.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I've got 2 back to back.
Hey, Rosie.
First of them is House of Wax, which a lot of people got because they saw Paris Hilton get killed in it.
Nah, that's also one of the first times you actually see Sam from Supernatural in a horror film role.
And it's similar to the original in a way about this guy who basically tries to create the perfect wax models by covering dead bodies in wax. This one's a lot grosser than that one. But it is really good. I really enjoy it. I enjoy Dark Castle's remakes that they did. This was probably the last of the greats. I would say Gothica was the last of the greats. But
And I was so disappointed when they didn't do a sequel to Gothica.
But and they I want them to do a re-release of Gothica this way. I still have my flipper copy of that. And of course, House on Haunted Hill, that remake. Now, I know Jake has seen this one.
Yeah.
Chris Christopherson is actually hilarious in this one.
Chris Christopherson?
Is it Chris Christopherson? No. God, what was his name?
Oh, you're talking about Geoff.
No, not Jeffrey Rush.
Jeffrey
He
Rush,
did an amazing job as
the Vincent Price character.
Vincent Price. But what was his name?
Chris.
Are you talking about
Chris Kattan.
Chris Kattan, yeah. That's very different from Chris Christopherson. Very.
This is actually a really good Chris Kattan.
Okay,
I did enjoy that.
good times.
And I mean, it's about these people going to this haunted asylum, and they're celebrating this guy's wife's birthday, which they hate each other. The husband and wife do, and the ending of it is very different from the ending of the original. The original is a classic. This one also is a classic for different reasons. I love this film. It is a guilty pleasure. I saw it in theaters in Roanoke, and with Nina and Anne and a few other people that I remember. I think Igor. It was in the first year. I don't know. Were you with us with this one?
No.
They kind of cut. They had these cool tickets they hand out with the handprint and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I just, unfortunately, I didn't keep it. But I'm glad to have this upgrade because it deserves the upgrade.
Right.
The only reason why I was worried about it is because they had these featurettes about each of the ghosts, and I was worried they were going to wipe those, but they did not.
And that's a good thing. This has a lot more special features than the original DVD. Last one, because I don't have time to keep going with it. And Jake had a couple he wanted to throw off. So I went ahead and upgraded because, again, it was cheap, around $14. Was I upgraded Howard the Duck. I ended up paying $35 to upgrade to 4K, but I didn't mind this. This was a favorite of mine as a child. I know people hated it, and I know it flopped, but I enjoyed it. It has duck boob. What can you do about that? And it's weird that this is a George Lucas film. So this is one of the Marvel Universe films before the
one of their first.
That one, believe it or not, has become a cult classic for a lot of people. The opinions have kind of flip-sided on that one a little bit.
It is. It's a great film. I like it. It's really enjoyable.
I've actually read a good number of Howard the Duck comics, and he is a fun character. I've never seen the movie, but one day I will. And I keep hoping that Seth Green's Howard the Duck gets more exposure in the MCU.
Well, I'm going to put these away, and I'll be back. And if you want, you can show off some ones in the final hours here while I rest my voice.
I'm going to be eating soon anyway, but I'm just going to throw a couple up here real quick. One that arrived today, I mentioned I got a bunch of orders put in for upgrades. This is a partial upgrade, and I also got some new stuff. And that is, I got a collection that it's on Blu-ray, but it's in a DVD case. Go figure. But it's Twin Peaks from Z to A, which I did have season 1 of the original series, and I did have the movie Fire Walk with Me. This brings both of those together with season 2. The re-release, which is called Twin Peaks: The Limited Event Series. There's one called The Missing Pieces, which is apparently an extended version of Fire Walk with Me, and lots of other stuff. This guy's a good number of bonus features to it. I never actually got to see Twin Peaks, but I always wanted to. I've seen Fire Walk with Me, and it's pretty much gobbledygook if you've never seen the series. But it's still interesting because it's David Lynch gobbledygook. But I need to see this one of these days. But now I have the whole collection in one relatively compact set.
I've got that version myself. It's good having it all. The Fire Walk with Me I have on the separate Criterion because it's Criterion.
I might still do that for the Criterion. I'm still hoping Criterion does a full David Lynch set, as we said earlier. But, for now, this is a great space saver. Especially Fire Walk with Me was on a flippin' flipper, which is annoying as shit. And even though the season 1 was a nice looking collection, it was kind of flimsy. The other one I actually picked up a couple of weeks ago, or a couple months ago, I think. But I got a decent deal on. Actually, to be honest, I think I was in Walmart, and I'm never in Walmart. And I just perused the aisle, and I found a collection that was a space saver, and I was like, screw it, I'll get it. And that is the Blade trilogy. The 3 Wesley Snipes movies here. You got Blade, Blade 2, and Blade Trinity.
Okay.
All good films. The second one, of course, is Guillermo del Toro, so that's awesome. Snipes is a good Blade. The third one gets a lot of hate, but I actually enjoyed it when I saw it.
Was that the one with the vampire chihuahua?
What's that?
Was that the one with the vampire chihuahua?
I think so, yeah. But I had all 3 of these on DVD, and the first one was a goddamn flipper. So this is not only an awesome space saver, but just about an upgrade all around. I probably lost some bonus features, but honestly, I don't care that much. Maybe one day I'll care enough to get an upgraded version, but this is a great space saver for now. And the last one, along those lines, actually, Branda, it's kind of funny. We're both ending with Marvel because, Howard the Duck and Blade, and also this I recently picked up at work, and this is a great pickup. The X-Men trilogy. It's the original 3 films, the Bryan Singer films and the Brett Ratner film. It's, of course, on Blu-ray. I had all 3 on DVD. This is this collector's edition of each one. I had the bare bones X-Men The Last Stand, but that movie sucks anyway, so who cares? But these are all collector's editions. I'm actually never going to get rid of the original. I'm a little bit of a sentimentalist, and there were 2 DVDs that I started my DVD collection with. This one and American Beauty. And because I'm a bit of a sentimentalist, I'm going to keep those copies. But this does let me get rid of the other 2 X-Men movies and condense it all to one nice little box set. So I was super stoked. This was only a couple bucks, so that was an awesome pickup there.
Oh,
X-Men 2 was a good one. I liked that one.
Yeah, X2 is still my favorite of the 3. Mainly because of that Nightcrawler scene. That Nightcrawler scene's awesome. But of course, Nightcrawler's always been one of my favorite characters. So even though they haven't fully gotten him right in live action, they could have done worse. And they at least showed what he was capable of in that scene. So it's pretty cool.
Well, just to show how much I had, we got through a third of what I wanted to. But that means we're going to have another one. And I can't file these into the collection until I've done all of these.
Okay.
My hope is to get together with Jake for a Criterion one next Wednesday.
Okay.
And then for a basic pickup on the Wednesday after, so I can show off what Christmas pickups I have.
Okay.
Not like ones I picked up on Christmas, ones like Christmas thing.
Right.
And then maybe after the new year, I'll finish off these others.
Okay.
That's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
And in an hour, join us on Inside Movies Galore as we talk about different holidays in the year, and 2 of which we have upcoming, Christmas and New Year's. That's why I say happy holidays.
Yes.
So we will see you on the next one. So join us on Dave's channel in an hour. Get
see you there.
All right. See y'all later.
SeptumSin versus the world. It's that place for all the boys and girls. You'll feel real safe, you'll feel real warm. It's a cozy place to ride out the storm. SeptumSin. SeptumSin and his best boy Jake see the trends that scare us every day. Physical media is going to the side. Doctor streaming will rule the world in time.